What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel. And tonight we are doing our first watch along of Psycho. Yeah, it's Alfred Hitchcock month. It just felt wrong to not watch Psycho. And I've never done a watch along before like this. I've been on other channels and done watch along, so I I did want to gauge interest level in it. And I put a poll out this morning, and there was like 100 people that said that they would join and watch Psycho. So we'll see if that actually happens. But look, we're going to get into this pretty quickly. I know we got some people coming in. There's 44 people in here. Hit the like button. First and foremost, I need to ask you guys, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay tonight? And also, do you have Psycho ready to go in your Blu-ray player, your streaming service right now? Because I want to watch this thing together in unison. I want you guys to have it on your TVs, whatever. I want us to watch it together. I've got it all ready to go. It's at the what am I trying to say here? It's at the second one, and we're ready to go. We're ready to start. Sorry, I was thrown off. For some reason, my damn Universals, they just start playing out of nowhere. Or it goes to that like Universal logo screen. Okay. Threw me off. All right. So look, we got some people in the chat. Andrew says he can hear us. So look, before I even get into the chat, we're going to start this thing. I'm going to put my earphones in right now. Now that I know you guys can hear me okay. We're going to start this thing, and then I'm going to get into the chat and get to you guys. We're just going to have a conversation, casual conversation as we go about the movie Psycho. I do want to know, though, everybody's first memory with this movie. When did you see it? Are you old enough to have seen it all the way back in the theater? Did you watch it on VHS growing up, DVD, Blu-ray, whatever? Did you watch it last week for the first time for Hitchcock Month? Let me know in the chat. Let's just talk about this movie, our memories with this movie, and just what it means to us as film fans is what I'd really like to get into. So, all right, I've got the stopwatch, got my PS3 controller in my hand. That's what I have here in the office. So I am watching this. I am watching this on Blu-ray out of my 4K Steelbook, but I do not have a 4K player in the office, so I will be watching this on Blu-ray. But if you all are ready, I'm going to start the timer. I'm going to start the movie at the exact same time. All right, here we go. We are starting. We are rolling. We are rolling, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so I might have to turn this down a bit. I want to hear the movie, but also, want to be able to focus and concentrate on you guys as well. 49 people in here. Again, if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button for me. I would appreciate it. Oh, and we got that iconic score, that Bernard Herrmann score. I just love it so much. I love movies with opening credits that last forever or feel like they last forever, and they just keep going and going. That's exactly what this does. It just really kind of sets the tone and gets you into the movie. All right, so I'm gonna get into the chat, while we're watching these credits. I'm gonna take this this timer out of here as well. I'm trying to get in a comfortable spot, but I want you guys to hear me, so I might have to put my microphone in my lap or something. All right, so let's see. Robert Savage in here says we'll love to watch, but Edmonton is playing Calgary. Is that hockey? Have a great watch along, Ken, and everyone else is joining. And remember to hit that like button. Thank you, Tim. What's up, Jerry? What's up, Foxy Fish? Greetings from Fish, the film collector. First for the channel, I think. Very excited. Yes, First time I've done a watch along, so this could be a horrible catastrophe, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Do I sound okay? Oh, do I sound okay with the microphone in my lap? If it sounds weird, I'll have to move it back to the table. Basement Blues, what's up, Tony? What's up, Cody? What's up, Tony Movie Chappie? What's up, Nathan Mills? What's up, RK1916? Yeah, also the one reason I'm hesitant to do these is because like I tend to want to focus on the movie when I get into it. This is definitely one of those movies, but also I've seen this movie literally 50 or 60 times. So it's one of those movies that I can kind of watch while I'm talking with you guys as well. So it has to be a movie like that. But if you're, just now joining, that's our timer right there. That's how far we are into the movie. If you're late to the party, I'll throw that timer up periodically as we go. Let's see. Tony says I still sound okay. Basement Blue says I sound okay. Cal Daly said if you like Psycho and haven't watched Bates Motel, do it. My wife and I watched the first 3 seasons of Bates Motel. Actually, we didn't finish it. I don't know why. All right, turn captions on. Good old Marion Crane, Janet Lee, man, I'm telling you. What's up, Cal? Brandon's ASMR. Hey Ken, I would love to join, but sadly I don't have the movie on physical media and it isn't free on streaming. Maybe next time. Well, Brandon, man, you have got to get yourself a copy of Psycho, like immediately. What's up, Grizzly? What's up, Brandon? Lee Kindler's here. What's up, man? Says hope everybody's having a good night. What's up, Adrian? My day's been pretty good, man. Second favorite. So you would put the birds above Psycho? That's kind of a hot take. 100 says Janet Lee. Yeah, I know, right? Jeez Louise. Nothing against Jamie, but, you know, she didn't exactly fully take after her mom. I'm just saying. All right, I was focusing on the movie too much there. I might, I tell you what I might do. I might use my phone to look at you all in the chat and everything. Dennis, Mad Dog Media. Yeah, man. I hear you. Scap says I'm looking kind of blue. It's the I only have my ring light on. I don't have my other light on. I could probably fix that. Let me see. Is that a little better? That's a good question. I probably should have let you guys know that beforehand, but I am watching the uncut version. After, I saw the uncut, I was like, there's no reason to watch the original again. This is the definitive version. I can hear you perfect, and I also have it in my movie. And awesome. Yeah, who all is actually, watching right now? Are you just like hanging out? I'll pull up that timer again. We are 6 minutes and 44 seconds in. I did. You don't. I don't remember like thinking about this when I was a kid watching this movie, but you don't think about how you're literally falling around. This is a movie about Janet Leigh, taking money and she's on the run for like 45 minutes. You don't even get the Bates Motel until a half hour to 45 minutes into this movie. It could be 20, but that's what I remember. I think that's pretty awesome how well it sets up her character, forces you to really care about her, which was intentional on Hitchcock's part to hire a very well-known actress, put her on the cover of the poster, and then spoiler alert if you haven't seen Psycho, but kill her halfway through the movie. It was shocking. Still shot of Janet Leigh. Awesome. Oh, really? That's awesome, Ben. Yeah, definitely jump on that deal. What's up, 100? He buys it off. I always thought that was a strange word when I was a kid, inordinately. I'm like, what a weird word to use. I guess that just points out how uneducated I am. What's up, James, man? It's this is my favorite from Hitchcock. I've watched a few more of his, and it's still my favorite. I don't really see anything, um, taking this movie's spot as my favorite. Yeah, this is the uncut. Uh, the second and third are on Scream Factory. Yeah, yeah. First movie to feature a flushing toilet. Uh, I worked on a haunted house that had this score on rotation for 5 years as a part of my DNA. Yeah, I know. It's a great score. If you like Psycho and haven't watched Bates Motel, I already read that. What am I doing? Why M. Night Shyamalan took some inspiration for the movie, especially after the opening credits. Yeah. The opening credits of Signs is incredible. That's why Signs is like one of my top 20 movies. No, it's you don't look like Janet Leigh, honey. I'm sorry. That's why he wasn't flirting with you. Okay. What's up, Anthony? What's up, KB? It's a great movie. Wright says he's watching along 4K ripped to my computer. Awesome. He's at 8:05 at 9:14. So that means we should be at 10. Yeah, we're pretty much right on the money. All right. Janet Leigh. What's up, Gus? Yeah, man, hit the like button. I appreciate that. I was promised Ken naked in the shower. False advertising. I thought about streaming directly from my shower. Um, but I would have far less people in here still if that was the case. Janet Leigh is great in this and Touch of Evil. Yeah, I need to get Touch of Evil still, James. I have not got that. I thought about grabbing it. How long is the uncut version? It's like a minute and 11 seconds longer, I think. It just adds some scenes. Like there's an extra scene of Janet taking her bra off or an extended scene. And then they show like the knife going up when he stabs that guy at the bottom of the steps. More blood. Blood, mother, blood. Um, Amber Turd. Why are you bringing her into it? See, that's an example though. That's a good example. It's like that's the kind of actresses we get now. And back in the '60s, they had Janet Leigh. I mean, come on. Had to change to uncut. What's the timestamp? Here's where we're at right now, man. I'm gonna keep throwing it up for everybody because I know we'll have people coming in late. But that's where we're at right now. I'm sorry I didn't, say that at the beginning. Like I said, it's my first watch along. Whatever can go wrong will. Okay. Yeah, Janet Leigh stealing and mom controlling. Yeah. Yeah. Watching this on Blu-ray, I will say, because the last time I watched it was on 4K. There is a very distinct difference between these two. I like um, I like the higher black levels, and you can really tell that in the car sequence when she's driving. Just like the way the skin looks all flushed out here, too bright, too almost. It just has that like I don't know. I don't want to say brown, but almost like brownishness to it. Maybe yellow that it doesn't have in 4K. It's like perfect. I love the way black and white looks in 4K. She had very nice books, supposedly. Why hire a good looking woman and not use her to your full advantage? Alfred Hitchcock. Yeah. I mean, Alfred Hitchcock knew what he was doing. This thumbnail is everything. I had to draw you guys in somehow. Gotta lead with my looks. You can't have all this and do nothing with it. That's what I'm talking about. Psycho 2. I wish, man. I'm not going to get into Psycho 2 tonight, but eventually I want to watch all the sequels again because I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, it was the same with the Jaws movies. But I would just watch all these movies and I wouldn't necessarily think that one was better than the other. I just enjoyed them all. Maybe Psycho, I knew the first one was the best, but I used to watch the sequels all the time. With Jaws, I remember as a kid, I thought the third one was the best. Like that was my favorite. I love the second one too. I always thought the first one got very boring, and then the part 2 and 3 were more exciting. Um, Green Mile is so good. I love it so much. Call of Duty Zombies. What's up, Gary? That's wrong Psycho Don. Yep. Yes, she is. Yeah. Will Smith is awesome in Hitch. Watching along, but I'm using TCM YTT DVR recording. Awesome. This is the only version, right? The Vince Vaughn one. Why are y'all bringing up the Vince Vaughn one? I don't even think I own that one. I don't think I own it. Let's see. How do I look to y'all? Am I blurry on here? Because on my phone when I'm watching myself, I look blurry. Let me know. I've seen the first couple seasons of Bates Motel. Yeah, that cop knows something's up. Even as a kid, I knew this was just very suspenseful. That cop guy was very almost like the T-1000, the way he like stood. Foxy Fish says I'm a little blurry. That's the way I look at my phone. I just don't know why. Let me. I'm gonna disappear for a second. I don't know if this will look any better or not. I might just have crappy internet tonight. The show Bates Motel is good. I liked Bates Motel. My only problem with it is I love Psycho 4, and that basically tells the origin story of it. And it's another issue of the same issue I have with Rob Zombie's Halloween. Only I don't think that the Bates Motel is as extreme, but you have Norman killing people before his mother dies. Just it didn't feel right to me. Um, but again, I don't think it's as bad as Rob Zombie's Halloween the way they do it. It's clearly like an alternate version of the story, which I can get on board with. And it was also weird that it was like set in the modern era. That kind of felt a little weird too, just because this franchise is so tied to like back in the '60s, old motel. Look at him. Have you seen this boy? Looks just like the T-1000 standing over there. Man, this score does not get enough credit. So freaking underrated. So good. How would I rank the Psycho franchise? I need to watch 2 and 3 again. It has been forever since I've seen 2 and 3. Do anything you have with being a woman, you will. That's a good one. Um, Off the top of my head, I would honestly go Psycho 3, Psycho 2, Psycho 4, and then the first one. The fourth is definitely my second favorite. I've always loved that one. But I need to watch 2 and 3 again. Watched this movie for the first time last week. Dang. I'm glad you liked it though, Tony. It's a good one. Yeah, again, I asked in the beginning, but I didn't see too many people say anything. But what was everybody's first memory with this movie? When did you watch it for the first time? Did you watch it? I remember watching this. This is probably one of the first horror movies I ever watched. Like I remember watching this movie at 10 years old. Pretty sure. Um, Watched it at 10 years old, and I just loved it. I just fell in love with it. To me, like I don't know if anybody else is like this, but when you remember and think back to like watching movies when you were younger, like you could watch The Wizard of Oz and Psycho and Back to the Future and a movie like from the 90s, which is kind of when I grew up, and you would just watch them as movie. You wouldn't even think about how they were like decades apart. You're just like, I'm going to put in this movie and this movie. And I didn't even think about what year they were made in. I was just, assume they were all made at some point a while ago or something. I don't know. I just never think about how they had like decades between them. And I didn't think like this was old or boring or anything. But yeah, this movie definitely scared me. Definitely scared me. Very important part of forming my love for horror. No, there will be there will be no dong hung in this video. That I can promise you. Let's see. Yeah, the music, man. So good. Yeah, everybody seems to like it. I did not like it. It got to a point where I was like, okay, I understand what you guys are doing, and I became a little uninterested. I think we watched the first couple seasons, my wife and I. She liked it too. I'm gonna throw up the timer again in case y'all are joining. This is where we're at in the movie. It's not that I don't trust you, but I don't trust you. The cop is so suspicious, creeps me out. Yeah, he does. Like he's not doing his job very well though. Like she knows. And it's just like no attempt to stop her. He's just like, all right, I'm just gonna let her get in the car and drive away. Like, what are you doing? If you want to question her or something. It's so tense. Like just something this little. The cop's just kind of walking up to her, wasting more time. He's like right there. Why wouldn't he stop her? Like if he's after her. Hey ma'am, I need to talk to you for a second. Like why go through all that trouble if you're not even gonna do anything? That guy does not sound that guy does not look how he sounds right there. I do love how they do that though. They're like I always thought that was interesting when I was a kid too. How they would let you know what they were saying as she was driving. I'm assuming that's what it was. Unless this is like in her head and this is how she's imagining it. I guess you could take it that way too. What's up, Lackey? I'm kind of disappointed that Ken isn't doing a watch along from the show. I might as well. I mean, my Wi-Fi sucks in here anyway, or my internet sucks in here. It probably would have been just the same in the shower. The power of Psycho was no blood in the shower, or you don't see the stabs, but everyone could have swore it's yeah. Flash. Make to stab the like button. Yeah, stab that like button, guys. Don't hit it or smash it. Stab it, for God's sakes. Yeah, that's right. I'm saving that for the OnlyFans, you know. Yeah, you would have to assume that he knew something. But I think he was just suspicious of her from when he pulled her over the first time. There's no way he would have known about that money yet. I feel like I watched it on cable, but I also remember renting this a lot from the video store. This was like a frequent rental for me. Like, cause I always went to the video store on the weekends to get horror movies, and I just remember getting this one a lot. I don't remember when we actually like owned it for the first time, and I could just watch it whenever. But I definitely watch this one all the time. First time I saw Psycho was in my 10th grade film study class, and I absolutely loved it. That class showed me some absolute classic Angels with Dirty Faces, Sunset Boulevard, Baby Jane. Yeah, there's some good movies. Sunset Boulevard is a great movie. I haven't seen Baby Jane. I need to. Yeah, like this whole sequence right here, just all the car shots look so good in 4K. So much better. You can really notice the difference. Such a brilliant shot. Just her driving in, and you see the sign. It's kind of from her perspective. I don't know too many movies back then that did stuff like this. Just the way the rain's falling. All right. So how far? Okay. So I said, did I say 30 to 45 minutes? I think I did. Maybe I said 45 minutes. But yeah, we're here at the Bates Motel. So it took us a half hour with Janet Leigh to get there, which I just think is brilliant. Brilliant way to set up the story. And I don't think that that's the way that the book sets it up either. I think they created this whole backstory for Marion Crane uh, in the screenplay for the movie, is what I think I remember from the making of. You like the Psycho remake with Vince Vaughn? Yeah, the what's funny is Julianne Moore and Vince Vaughn are both in the Psycho remake and The Lost World. 8 years old, 41 years later. Yeah, the same man. This is. I did my top 50 movies of all time like a couple of years ago. I need to redo it though, honestly. But Psycho, I think I had it number 12. It wasn't in my top 10, but it was close. But this is like the original. Man, I know people say like Halloween was the first slasher, but this is a slasher movie. Straight up. Maybe there was some slashers before 1960, but like this is the top dog slasher for me. This is the part of the movie where I'll probably start to get a little bit more silent because I just love watching Anthony Perkins perform in this role. I love the dialogue. I love everything about the scenes between these two leading up to the shower scene. He's so good. Cal, why? Bates Motel is a TV series. Tony, look it up, man. I haven't seen Dress to Kill, Adrian. Yeah, Tony. I'm gonna lean back a little bit, maybe look at my phone. A lot of people don't consider Texas Chainsaw a slasher. Do you have dinner with me? Just look at him. It's like you can't think anything bad about that guy. Just so harmless. So she's just like, look at this dork inviting me for a sandwich. Sure, I'll eat a sandwich. Just so non-threatening. I'll have to look at the groove sale scaps. I haven't really looked at it. So crazy you're doing this. I just got done watching Psycho Part 2. Yeah, I do want to watch the sequels at some point. I wasn't gonna. This is the only way I was gonna watch Psycho because again, I've seen this movie so many times. I'm trying to focus on the Hitchcock movies I haven't seen very much. So I was like, I do want to watch Psycho. So I'm like, I'll just do a watch along on my channel. I'll see how that goes. Uh, Vince Vaughn comes across as a creep. Yeah, he really does. And plus, I just think that Vince Vaughn is a little bit more imposing as a figure. He's pretty tall. He's a pretty tall dude. How loud must he be talking for her to hear him all the way down there? There's no way. Homeboy. Awkward. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's just no way they would have been able to hear him. Saboteur was good. I'm gonna be reviewing that set sometime this week. I don't know what day. I still have to watch Family Plot, but that's the last one I have to see. Psycho 2, it's a good one. It's pretty impressive to come back. What year was Psycho 2? It was in the 80s, wasn't it? So that was like 20 something years later. Because I think all the Psycho sequels were in the 80s. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I would. Do you have all the hills and stuff? I love the sound of just the rain because it's all done raining. You can just hear the drips all around. It's almost like a calm has come over the film. It's so fast paced and intense, and this is the part where you're just supposed to feel comforted. You're using some big words in this movie. Inordinately, officious. I don't remember Lawnmower Man. Don. I need to watch it. I've got that the Scream Factory of it. All the sequels are solid. Really solid. Grizzly. Falsity. It's a little sick. Have you all ever met anybody that stuffs a bird or a dog or a cat? Yeah, you would have. You would have, but it's okay. I'm fine. Just watching Psycho, one of my favorite movies. Do you Psycho? Do you watch along? Do you live stream? Okay, it's pretty cool. Oh, Andrew Garfield would make a great Norman Bates chef. That's a really good that's a really good point. He would make a great. I can totally see that. That he has a lot of the same mannerisms as Anthony Perkins. Private Island. Norman Bates, Leatherface, Buffalo Bob are all the same person. Ed Gein. Yeah, this is heavily influenced on that. Yeah, just it's a good to bring up Britain. But what is your all's? Is everybody in the chat's favorite Hitchcock movie Psycho? What is your favorite Hitchcock movie? What's your top 5? For me, I think that the reason why this is my favorite is because I'm such a horror fan, and this is probably the purest horror film that Hitchcock ever did. Again, I haven't seen everything that he's done, but all the other stuff I've seen is more mystery, more thriller. Um, this and The Birds, I'd say, are probably his purest horror films, and this is a slasher. I mean, this is right up my alley. Oh, The Fire. It's the scene is even more creepy when you know what's actually going on. To hear him talk about his mom in this way, like this guy is fucking nuts. See, I love that we have that backstory with four. They did it perfectly. Like that's like the perfect origin. Like they set all this up in the first Psycho. Like that's why I always used to love it when I was a kid because I would watch this and I would have that visual representation of what actually happened because I watched Psycho 4. Let me ask you all this. Do you think in this moment that Janet Leigh, Marion Crane, is hitting on Norman Bates? Do you think that she's trying to get him to go with her when she brings that stuff up? Why don't you go away? And in the process of trying to get him to go with her, he talks her into staying. I don't know. I always think it's kind of interesting. I'm already scared, Scaps. I'm already there, man. Don't get scared, House. Look at him. Oh, he's so good in this scene. Fully reveals who the hell he is right now. She's like, I done fucked up now. Mm, so good. Wow. Mm, gives me chills. Yeah, it really is, man. That is great casting, man. Yeah, somebody needs to reach out to somebody. I don't really necessarily want them to do a remake, another one, but if they did, like that's it. We all go a little mad sometimes. Um, let's see. Definitely Psycho. The only other Hitchcock film I saw is North by Northwest. I can definitely see that. Psycho, hands down, then Rear Window. Yeah. I think that's pretty much where I'm at too, Jeff. I love Rear Window. And then I would probably go to Catch a Thief. I haven't watched Rope yet, Foxy. I'm trying to get through that box set so I can review it, and then I'm gonna watch Rope and Notorious and The Lady Vanishes and Strangers on a Train. Will probably be the four that I finish out the month with. So I'll have to end up doing a Hitchcock month part two at some point because there's still so many other ones I need to dive into. But at least at least I'll feel like I have a better grasp on Hitchcock as a director because I'll have seen like 15 or 16 of his movies. I won't feel like such a Hitchcock noob anymore. Yeah, I need to watch Strangers on a Train. I've heard great things about that one. Rebecca too, and 39 Steps. I wanted to get the Criterions, but I just don't know if I'm gonna have enough time, and I don't want to go ahead and order them and not watch them. So because I've got another month coming up that I'll have to buy some Blu-rays for. I just love how unsuspecting Norman is in this film and the second one. Yeah, yeah. Psycho Frenzy. Yeah, Frenzy I won't get to watch. Shadow of a Doubt was really great. I liked it. My favorite though, I'll go ahead and tell you all right now, of that box set was The Trouble with Harry. That was my favorite. I really love that one. Just the perfect dark comedy. And Shirley MacLaine, for that being her first movie, was freaking great. She was incredible in that movie. It's got him as Peephole. See, it's implied. You don't have to do like the full on masturbation scene that they did in the remake of Vince Vaughn, where you hear it flapping around. We didn't need that. You know what he uses that hole for. We don't need to hear it. Um, and then came Scream, and the real kids did Scream for real several years ago. Spellbound, I haven't seen. Notorious, I will watch because I have that Criterion. What does Spellbound have? Does that have a? That doesn't have a Criterion, does it? The only Criterions that I know of with Hitchcock is 39 Steps, The Man Who Knew Too Much, Notorious, Rebecca, and Lady Vanishes. Does he only have 5 Criterions, or does he have more? I I have not seen the remake of Psycho probably since the early 2000s. It's been a while. I used to have it on DVD. I gave it away. I wish I didn't. Busta Rhymes being in the reboots. I hope not. Yeah, I'm watching Family Plot. I'll probably watch Family Plot tonight, to be honest, because I want to go ahead and shoot the review of all those movies so I can get them out to you guys this week. Here we go. All right, we gotta be quiet here. It's the scene. It is the scene. More on DVD. Uh, maybe I don't know. He's a little bit too. He's a little bit too emo. I hate to use that word because everybody jokes about it with him and the Batman, but he's a little bit too emo. He doesn't have that pep in his step that I would like my Norman Bates to have. like that Boy Scout quality. Like Andrew Garfield could really pull that off. I don't think Robert Pat, he's too cool. He's just a little bit too cool. And here we go. Look at those eyes. Oh my God. So many stabs. That he finally landed one. I remember thinking that too when I was a kid. I was like, is he actually even getting the knife into her? And all of a sudden you see the blood go down. Wow. Can you imagine? Oh my God, they just killed Janet Leigh. That's crazy. Dang mother chill. Dead. There you go. It is interesting when you think about this movie. It came out in 1960. There was plenty of colored movies at this time, but Hitchcock chose to do black and white so he could have more blood in the movie. Said he could get away with more blood and gore if it was in black and white. So that's why, he did tons of color movies before this. Mother blood. Did the lodger. That's a Hitchcock. I didn't even know Foreign Correspondent was. I was thinking that was Billy Wilder. Spellbound is on Criterion DVD. Well, that's a shame. You would think that Hitchcock would be like. You would think that Hitchcock would be to Criterion what John Carpenter is to Shout Factory. That they would want to put all of his stuff out on 4K and Blu-ray first when they got the option. Blood. Look at him run. Just love that. But just the little things he does. Just the way he moves. So lanky and animated. I love it because, like, yeah, he killed her, but like that's genuine shock because he wasn't conscious when that happened. Uh I'm trying to think back to like a younger. I think like appearance wise, they look similar. I just don't know if they could do the same performance wise. Would you say the new Hitchcock set is worth purchasing? I haven't seen any of those movies, so I was contemplating buying it. It's so far, I would say yes because you can get that set for $55 and for 5 4Ks. That $10, $11 a piece, that's not bad. Like I got it for $55. That's not a bad price point at all. So I would say it's absolutely just value wise worth it. As for the movies, it just depends on your taste. If you're looking for more of the psycho style Hitchcock horror stuff, like you don't really get that with these movies. Shadow of a Doubt, a little bit. There's a little bit of that thriller horror aspect in there. But so far, not with the other ones. Saboteurs, um, a different kind of movie. It's kind of like a wartime man on the run type of movie, kind of like a fugitive. And Trouble with Harry is just like a comedy. It's like a dark comedy. And Marnie, I wasn't the biggest fan of Marnie. That's like a romance thriller. So, but I'll say Marnie's a good movie. I don't mean to say I wasn't a big fan of it. It's just I don't know. It was a little bit too long. It's probably my least favorite so far. It's still a good movie, and I could see people, liking it. But Family Plot's the only one that's left. So I'd say if we're gonna score it, it's got 3 hits and 1 kind of miss for me so far, which, isn't bad. And Marnie's a movie I might watch later on down the line and might feel differently about. So I like owning movies, even if I don't like them the first time I watch them. Like, it's always possible at some point, in my life. I got a lot of aging to do. 30 years, I might pop it in as a 66-year-old man and be like, oh, this Marnie movie. I remember not liking that when I was 36. I really enjoy it now, and it's my favorite Hitchcock film. That kind of stuff happens. My tastes change all the time. But there's just things in Marnie I didn't like, and it's kind of bothered me. I was like, what are we doing here? Like, what is the story? But Sean Connery and Tippi Hedren are great in it, though. Stephen Colbert. You're just throwing names out there now. Let's see. The black and white is great. Now, with the casting with Norman Bates, ever since you said Andrew Garfield, I cannot get him. That is the only choice. That's the only choice if you're ever going to do this. I love the resurgence. Hold on. The black and white is great for the movie, and for Clerks, just add some to it. I know, I love black and white. Good black and white movie. Yeah, that is true. There's been a lot of them that's been in black and white. You got, I haven't watched Come On yet, but, Roma. I really liked Roma. The Lighthouse, of course. There was one that I love that came out recently. I can't remember what the hell it is. Like, no other movie would do this. I don't feel like I've ever seen this type of scene done quite the same way since. Just going through the entire process of cleaning up the bathroom and the mess from the murder, just step by step. Like, it's awesome. Yeah, throw out some more black and white, newer black and white films. Kind of jog my memory. I know they had Logan in black and white. That was pretty good. Yeah, Marnie it's a lesser one for me. Yeah, I'd say it's worth it, man. I mean, it's 5 4Ks for $55. Like, that's a good deal. Regardless if you love them, though. I don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know what goes into their decisions with all these, releases. Yeah, Sin City, those are good. The Artist. I haven't seen The Artist. I haven't seen Belfast either. I think so. It's been a little bit, though. Pacino. Ooh, oh, mother. Blood. There's blood. Ooh, That would be Pacino's Norman Bates. He'd be like, 'cause mother, she's got a great ass. And I've got my head all the way up in it. Mother. Now I can't unsee Al Pacino as Norman Bates. Yeah, even when I was a kid, I was like, oh, all that money, just the driving force behind the plot of the first 40 minutes of this movie just means nothing. Just threw it in the back of the car into the swamp. Means nothing. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen The Artist. That won Best Picture, didn't it? An elephant sitting still is brilliant. Wise words. Eugene says Psycho is the best movie ever. I haven't seen Cold War, Jake. I need to watch it. I need to check that one out. All right, so we're approaching the 58-minute mark. The 58-minute mark. Right into the swamp. Because what else you gonna do, right? Gotta protect your mother. Oh, that's like when it's sinking and then all of a sudden it stops. Oh shit, it's not gonna go down. Then it starts going down again. Perfect. I wonder who's in charge of making like that decision. Let's make the car stop. Add some more suspense to it. And then it's gonna sink. Looney Tunes back in action. I don't think I've seen that one, Aaron. Yeah, OJ would make a perfect Norman Bates. Perfect. Mother did not approve. And then it goes to sink. The smile on his face when it sinks. Then we go into the second part of the movie. I always remember the second part being less exciting, but I feel like when I rewatched it a couple of years ago when it came out on 4K, I was like, this second part is actually really damn good. It really keeps a nice pace when they go into the investigation stuff. Bring in Vera Miles and good stuff. And I still think we'll talk about it again when we get to it, but I still think that the scene with the guy getting stabbed at the bottom of the staircase is scarier than the shower scene. It used to freak me out when I was a kid. The way she or he jumped on him and just started stabbing at the bottom of the steps. Just the way he moved. That was pretty freaky. Guy's a lurker. That's okay, Sam. I brought it with me. Look at that shot. Good night, Sub Zero. Pacino as Norman Bates could be the greatest comedy of all time. Mother, mother. We all go a little mad sometimes. Ooh-ah. So she didn't tell me about no $40,000. That is the truth. Wow, you pretty much told him to his face he's guilty. So I know you're hiding her, mother. All right. Let y'all know what time it is one more time. 1 hour, 4 minutes, 20 seconds in. And we got about 45 minutes left. I appreciate everybody to, sticking with me, watching Psycho. Appreciate y'all being here for my first ever watch along. This is what I'm talking about. The movie, like just staying just as interesting and exciting as it does the first hour. I love this scene. This is probably like one of my favorite scenes of the whole movie. The whole interrogation with him and the investigator. Norman just plays it so cool, like the first 5 minutes, and then it just all falls apart. Arbogast. Thank you, Anthony. I'm having a decent time, but it's always weird with these watch alongs. Maybe I should have people up here with me. But I'm like I get like locked into the movie sometimes and I forget, oh, I'm live on YouTube right now. So it's hard to balance like watching the movie and staying in it with you all too. But if you all have any, comments or anything you want to say about the scenes that we're watching, some behind the scenes knowledge bits that you want to drop or anything of that nature, feel free to do so. Anything you want to talk about these scenes. You let it slip. That's where he messes up. He's a good detective. I have seen Bates Motel. I have. It's pretty good. I watched the first couple seasons, and I stopped. It just I don't know. It was a good show. And how many seasons did it have? Did it have like 4 or 5 seasons or something? It'd have been cool if the last season was like like Psycho or something. Like the whole story of Psycho, that would be pretty cool. Oh yeah, I know her. He's all grins now. He's like, I got him. I got him. Ugh, it's awful. It's tough watching him so cool, calm, and collected, and then he just turns into a stumbling, stuttering mess. And take your time. It ain't gelling. It's funny because he's not thinking that she's been murdered. He's just trying to find her. He just feels like somebody's hiding her. The fact that she might have been murdered, I don't even think is crossing his mind as of right now. Oh, that's creepy. The mother in the window. Ah, just the fact that you know what it is. Just the corpse. Like, why would he? Does he just want to see her when he walks outside? There's mother. Or did he set that up for in case somebody came? Oh, he's pissed now. All right. Boom, boom. Yeah, the Bates Motel, or the house behind the Bates Motel, is iconic. Loomis, so many Halloween connections. Through all that, like, he still thought he was innocent. I think I got all there was to get. What's up, Patrick? Damn, I gotta pee. I don't want to miss this part though. He's coming back. Now this is where doing this watch along in the shower would have paid off. Could have just peed in the shower. No, I'm not going to pause it, Anthony. I don't want to do that to you guys. I'm just going to wait till there's a lull, and then I'm going to slide away for a second. 1 hour and 15 minutes in, Patrick. So we're about 30 minutes away. So getting close. Boom, boom. Tell you what, Norman gets up there quick. He knows what's up. Now, when you all watch this movie for the first time, did you already know that Norman Bates was the killer, or did you think that the mom was the killer the whole time? For the first time, did you have that spoiled for you? Because I would think it's almost impossible to not have that spoiled for you at this point, especially if you just watched it like a year or two ago or something. It's kind of like Darth Vader, Luke, I am your father at this point. It's just something that you already know. Like Darth Vader's Luke's father. You know that. Norman Bates is a killer. This is such a great scene. Just the way that this is framed and shot is just so creepy. Just right out of the bedroom, just like, Matt. It's such an Alfred Hitchcock filmmaking trick right there. There you go. If you're watching the uncut, that's the stuff they added was the knife. The knife going up and down. Well, that's tough to hear, Grizzly. Oh, you got to watch Psycho, Patrick. You already knew Anthony. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I watched this when I was 10, so I didn't know anything about this movie when I first watched it. So that scene at the end got me good. Oh no, RK, no, no, you got you got it spoiled through the remake. No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna keep the movie going, so don't pause it or anything. I'm back. This is where you find out. You're like, what the hell is going on up here? His mother. Still hurts. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, that sucks. From what? Sure, Patrick. I've seen Fargo at the Dollar Tree. Um, RoboCop, the original, found at the Dollar Tree. Her with Joaquin Phoenix. It's a creepy scene. Because Norman's mother's been buried. Quit freaking out on me. At the shower. It's funny how he knows what's going on, but he waits to tell him. Arbogast. Really puts the emphasis on that O. Arbogast. That's all good, Steve. I'm glad you're here, man. Cemetery for the past 10 years. Yeah, we're an hour and 24 minutes in, man. So we only got 25 minutes left. See, it was all built in. A great way to die. The fourth one is so faithful to the original. There's a woman buried out in Greenlawn Cemetery. Uh-oh. That's what she said. Married with me. It's an hour and 49 minutes. I mean, it's a movie, you know? This is back when movies. See, this movie has a reason for being that long. You know, it tells a story. Welcome to the pod, Steve. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to Chucky season 2. Wife and I are big Chucky fans. Gonna be watching and reviewing every episode. My film froze his fats. Are we in? You're asking where we're at? We're at 1 hour, 26 minutes, 23 seconds. It's just for a few days. What's up, Gabriel? Oh, written by, well, that makes sense, movie fan. Yeah, the continuity is in the Psycho franchise is pretty damn good. It's pretty good. I told you to get out, boy. Yeah, why don't you come down here? If you're going to be in the chat, why don't you come down here and watch this damn thing? I mean, I guess, yeah, you know, we're already so far into it. No, we're not done yet. Jack are the movies. Nothing. I love that guy. You must have seen the illusion, Sam. Arbogast. Yeah, I know. I told you could have watched it up there. You know, she would have liked Psycho, and then you could have phoned in. You know, I can still send you the link if you want to pop in. Orbo guy. I love it. I love that guy. That guy's like my second favorite character of the whole movie behind Norman Bates. Love it. What's up, Mama Blu-ray? You got a whole bunch of Dollar Trees, Patrick. Yeah, I get it, man. I do too. It's hard to pass them up. Even titles like Pumpkins, only $1.25. Now I got to be a little bit more selective. Who played the guy in the remake? I know Julianne Moore played her sister, but who played the guy that was with her? I forget. It was Was it Viggo Mortensen? It was Viggo, wasn't it? 'Tis Viggo. I'm pretty sure it was Viggo Mortensen. Now that I said it. Yeah, they just. I need to watch the remake again. It's been forever. No, Vince Vaughn played Norman. I'm talking about the guy. It was Vigo. I remember. 'Tis Vigo. You are like the buzzing of flies to him. I love this. So how they outsmart him. They're like, we're going to figure out what the hell's going on once and for all. I am curious. So I was going to ask you all, but how many physical media versions of Psycho do you all have in the collection? Because I have more than I need to have. I wish I had a VHS copy, but I've got the collection, 4-film collection. Because this was cheap. I got this for like $15. It went on sale, like crazy ridiculous price on Amazon, so I bought it. I got this 4K Steelbook. I got the Hitchcock collection 4K up there. I got this DVD. I found this at an FYE, but I love the pop art cover, so I won't get rid of it. It's pretty cool. I don't know if that. Yeah, it doesn't have any discard or nothing, just a regular yellow disc. Tinder's here. Tinder X. Welcome, Tinder X. Gonna have to remove yeah, I got this DVD. This steelbook I love. This is like one of my favorite steelbooks. Just because it has that quote on the back. We all go a little mad sometimes. And then I just got it. This is one of the first Blu-rays I ever owned. I bought Psycho on Blu-ray. So, and yeah, this one has all the same special features that that this disc has. Ooh, the disc art on this is badass. I did not realize that. The disc art on the Blu-ray? That is awesome. But yeah, I wish I had it on VHS still, but I don't. I don't know if I ever owned it on VHS. I might have it like taped or something. Patrick has 0. R&D has 6 or 7. Yeah, it's just one of those movies like The Shining that I'll just keep buying like new versions of and new steelbooks. But I won't get rid of my other ones. Also T2. Like it's all my favorite movies I just have to own. As long as they're different. Like this is just an original cover. Like I'm not going to get rid of the Blu-ray because it's nothing like my other covers. Like they're all different. So if they're all different, I'll keep them all. Now, if it's similar, like if the 4K looked like this, but just 4K at the top, I would get rid of it. But if it looks different, I'll keep it. I have 0. Well, you need to get it, Patrick. Maybe if it shows up at Dollar Tree. I could see Psycho showing up at the Dollar Tree. I've seen good movies there before. First one of the 4K arrests from Scream Factory. Yeah. Is it worth getting them from Scream Factory? Do they not have the special features in this set? Is there more special? I imagine there's more special features in the Scream Factory set. See, this one's got the making of Psycho too. I wonder what the disc looks like. See, this one, the Psycho disc, that collector set's just the black one. That's the one that's in this set. Yeah, it just says 4 hours of bonus features. It's gonna be really. I really want to watch all the sequels now. After I get done watching this tonight, I can't though. I got other movies I gotta watch. Damn it! I really do want to watch all the sequels again. Vigo, yeah, William. I remember. Yeah, William H Macy. Arbo gas. Troll alert. Yeah. I'm about to have 2 regular 4K and 4K Steelbook coming in soon. Awesome. I need to buy that regular 4K cover. Just break down and do it. I didn't do it because I didn't want to double dip, but it's like I love the movie, so I might as well. I honestly thought about buying Vertigo and Rear Window at Best Buy the other day when I went because they had them with the slipcovers, and they were like $18. I'm like, I might as well just pick these up. Like, I'm gonna regret it later if I don't, even though I have this set. But look at it's like alpha male stuff right there, getting up in each other's face. Satisfied with your cabin, bitch? I love it. Outsmarting. Let's see. Yeah, it was on Laserdisc. Probably multiple times. Multiple iterations of Laserdisc. The 4K Steelbook that has the 4K and the Blu-ray. It's a Steelbook with a knife on the front interfaces in the blade. Nice. That sounds like a really cool Steelbook, man. Yes, they have a few special features. Yes, that's the one out of the 4K Steelbook, and the other 3 from Scream Factory set. Nice. Did Scream Factory do 4? Scream Factory did part 4? I've only seen 2 and 3. Rent 1, get 1 free. Yeah. I remember lots of days like that too, man. Lots of good memories like that. Just renting a bunch of movies and watching them. I try to recreate those memories sometimes and just have a whole day where I'm watching movies and it just never happens. I just get too busy. Getting to the climax of the film. I guess the second climax. First one, shower scene, of course. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that fur coat. Now that's creepy. Indent in the bed. Yeah, it's true. They do it even more so because they take her out in the first 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Getting under his skin. I need to read the book. It's like, what is this? Have Vertigo, Rear Window, and Birds on Steelbook. The cycle will round out my collection of that first Hitchcock set on Steelbook. Nice. Yeah, I wish I got all the Steelbooks. I didn't get Vertigo or Rear Window. I don't think that they will R&D because they did the slipcovers at the same time as the box set. So it's almost like they just tried to get it all out of the way. Whereas when they re-released after the Hitchcock Volume 1 set, it was like 6 months later they re-released them all with the slipcovers and the steel books to go with them. So now they release the slipcovers with the box set. So I can't see them releasing steel books for them all later on down the line, and they're just not that notable of films. They don't have that notoriety that the other Hitchcock films have to sell well, I don't think. Like, who's looking for a steelbook of Marnie? You know, but like Psycho, Birds, Rear Window, Vertigo, like those are all-time classics. So I don't think that they'll do steelbooks for them. But that's just me. They could. Maybe they'll do like some Zavi exclusives or something. I just feel like they would have, already done them. I did see Hitchcock from 2012. It's pretty good. I didn't think it was like mind blowing or anything, but it's pretty good. I have it on. That's speaking of a Dollar Tree buy that I bought that at the Dollar Tree. I bought Hitchcock at the Dollar Tree. I'll go grab it real quick. I don't want to grab it. We're getting to the end of the film. Ah, that is creepy as hell, but not as creepy as this. Like, this always freaked me out as a kid. Like, what is that? what is going on? He's so good too. Just the facial expressions, like ah, it just works so well because he's acting like an older woman. And they cut back to the corpse. Oh, it's so good. Music, perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah, that always freaked me out when he came running like that. Ah! Oh, so good, so good. Dude looks like a lady. And this right here is just a big long sequence of exposition, but I just think it works so well because it's at the very end and they're just explaining to you what happens. I always thought it was awesome that we got the explanation at the end. And no. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, I need to watch it again, man. It's been forever. I did think that Henry Thomas did a good Norman Bates in Psycho 4, though. Oh, that would be awesome, man. That sounds like my kind of watch party right there. And Mother, she's like, okay, what's your point? He's a transvestite. Not exactly. Yeah, I would love some kind of a prequel to Psycho, and you get Andrew Garfield to play Norman Bates. Maybe set like 2 years before Psycho, and it shows a lot. It goes more a lot more into him acting like his mother, and maybe he could kill a couple girls in that time period as well. It could really show a lot more scenes and flesh out that whole dynamic between him and his dead corpse mother. Because I mean, they do it a little bit in Psycho 4, but I don't feel they go as far with it as they could. Andrew Garfield, that would be perfect. They'll see and they'll know and they'll say, such a good performance. Great performance. Um, I can't take credit for it, man. That was somebody else that called that out earlier in the chat. But Andrew Garfield would kill it. I always thought that was super creepy when I was a kid. I just remember watching that on VHS tape, and the quality wasn't great, and you just see the car being pulled out. It was I don't know, that image just freaked me out. But all right, we're done. Let me stop this. Stop the Stop the clock. Yeah, we're done with the watch along. Now I've got Alfred Hitchcock talking in my ear because it went right into the plane of the making of Psycho. But look, I appreciate everybody joining. If anybody has any, last final thoughts on Psycho, feel free to comment down below. But if not, we'll go ahead and wrap this up for the night. But I appreciate everybody that joined. This was pretty fun. I'll probably, try to do a few more of these at some point. I'm sure it wasn't as entertaining as, some other streams that I've had, but it's hard to kind of balance stuff with these watch along streams because I do at some point just get so wrapped up in the movie, and then I'm like, I gotta, focus on talking to you guys and try to talk at the same time and make things somewhat interesting. But you guys made it fun, and I appreciate y'all being here. You got movie fan said that grin. Yeah, that grin, man, it's so good. It's Anthony Perkins. I cannot wait for that because I haven't seen a whole lot of with Anthony Perkins beside the Psycho movies. So I can't wait for that movie that's coming out from Arrow Video. I think it's Edge of Sanity. Because I get to watch another movie with Anthony Perkins. I need to watch a lot more of his movies. He's definitely great in Psycho. It is. It's hard to argue because it's like that was probably the 60th or 70th time I've seen that movie, and it's still so good every time. And I just get into it, and I'm just instantly hooked and engaged. I get thrilled by it. Like I'm still into all the scenes, still feel the suspense. It's like that's the hallmark of a great film right there. And it just holds up so well. One of the best movies ever made. I agree. Am I looking forward to Rob Zombie remake? I'm curious. I'm curious because I've heard that, he's a big Monsters fan and he wants to do it right. So, hopefully no origin story for Herman Munster where, his mom was a stripper and all that kind of stuff. And he used to kill hamsters when he was a little Frankenstein. As long as he keeps that stuff out of it, keeps it faithful to the source material, I'll be okay. Great stream. Thank you, Don. I appreciate that, man. Which movie do you want to do next? I don't know, man. Maybe I'll do a poll or something for whatever my next. I'm not entirely sure what my June month's gonna be. I had an idea, but I don't really know if I'm ready for that yet. So, but I'll have to think of it in the next week or so. But maybe I can do these, every themed month through to one of the movies. To one of the movies, maybe get some guests on. Some of the future ones to make it a little bit more interesting, so I can have a little bit more back and forth and dialogue as we go. For a 1960 movie, is pretty daring for the time, I believe. Yeah, pretty damn daring. Like I said, he had to make it in black and white because, for one, he wanted to keep the budget. Like, they made that movie for $1 million, which at the time, like, Hitchcock was doing big budget films like North by Northwest. So they're like, really, you want to go back and do this horror film for $1 million? But he was adamant. He's like, I want to make it for $1 million. I want it to be in black and white. I want to go back to the basics because he got inspired by all these shitty horror movies that were coming out at the time for very cheap and were making a profit. He was like, what if we did this, but we actually made it good? And that's how Psycho was made. Foxy Fish said it's a watch along. Yeah, I kind of just like to keep it casual, but I try to talk along with it and provide some sort of commentary as we go as well. Steve says, do you believe that Psycho is the original slasher film? Yeah, I talked about that, I think, in the opening, Steve. I would consider Psycho the original slasher, like, because I think it's kind of hard to argue that it's not a slasher film. It's absolutely a slasher film. You know, he only kills 2 people, but Norman Bates is a slasher icon, in my opinion. But yeah, because some people will say, well, Halloween's where the slashers started. Well, Friday the 13th's where the true slashers started. Black Christmas is the first slasher. Bay of Blood is the first slasher. But what's older than Psycho as far as this type of movie? Maybe you'd have to go probably to a foreign film to get anything more brutal. So I think that Psycho is absolutely the original slasher flick and the inspiration for everything that came out after it. This is my first watch along. Had a really fun time. Well, thank you for joining, man. I appreciate that. Like I said, I've done watch alongs in the past, and they've always been pretty fun. So I was like, maybe I'll do one on my own. The Black Hole from Disney has AP. AP. Child's Play 2. That'd be a good one. I love Child's Play 2. I love Child's Play 3 though too. That's why I got this shirt on. But Child's Play 2 is definitely my favorite. Well, thank you for joining, man. Yeah, thank you everybody for joining. I'm definitely not the originator of the watch along. Those have been happening for a while. But yeah, appreciate everybody that was here tonight watching along with the watch along, watch party, whatever you want to call it. There's all kinds of commentary, watch party, whatever you want to call it. Next watch party should be related to the theme of what film type. I vote for either Eastwood or Month or Pacino Month. Those people are fun performances. I thought about Pacino Month, but then I've seen a lot of Pacino stuff. So Eastwood's pretty likely to happen at some point. I don't know what I want to do. It honestly, I have to go with my mood. When I picked Stallone Month, I was like, I'm really into watching some Stallone movies. I think this will be fun. Hitchcock Month, I've been wanting to really dive into, but it's just hard. And I knew it was going to be because this is such a big month for new releases. And I try to watch a lot of the new releases and review them for you guys and talk about them with you guys and keep up with them. So it's hard to keep up with both the new releases and watch new Hitchcock movies, which is why I picked Hitchcock for this month because it's tied specifically to a new release. So I could kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But yeah, I mean, I would want to dive way deeper into Hitchcock than I am because I'll probably only end up watching maybe 11 or 12 Hitchcock movies. And I wish I had time to watch at least 20 to 25. But that's kind of the nature of it. Hitchcock Month Part 2. Let's see. Peepin' Tom is older. It was Hitchcock's direct inspiration for Psycho. Okay, yeah, I haven't heard of Peepin' Tom, Troy. Psycho 2, 3, and 4 was more an Anthony Perkins revival. Not bad movies for risky movie. Not like a franchise at all. Yeah, Anthony Perkins is good in all of them, from what I remember. Well, thank you for being here, Tony. Thank you for being here, R&D. Have a great evening. You do wonder how many times Norman has done this kind of thing because he seemed pretty experienced in cleaning up. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, how many vehicles are in that swamp? Like, I think you could do a whole movie about that. You could honestly probably do a trilogy. Look, I'm not the biggest fan of what Blumhouse has done with the Halloween franchise, but maybe Blumhouse can buy Psycho. Universal already owns it, so they don't really have to do anything, right? Is Psycho still under Universal? It has to be, right? So Universal Blumhouse could do a Psycho trilogy set before the original Psycho. Maybe it could run 1955 to 1960, and it could dive into more Norman Bates killings at the Bates Motel, and you could cast Andrew Garfield as Norman Bates. Perfect. Do it. Do it before Andrew gets any. Andrew still looks pretty young. Like, he's almost 40, but he still looks pretty young. So I think you could get away with it right now. But if you wait any longer, you're not going to be able to get away with it. So my green light that. I like the first one, and that's pretty much it. I've seen them all. I just can't remember a lot from them. I just haven't cared to return to them. I love the first one though. Yeah, Back to the Future watch along would be fun. Like I said, any movie that like I know like the back of my hand will be fun because I can kind of go back and forth and then go back to the movie and know exactly where we are. Like tonight, even when I was talking with you guys, I could go back to Psycho and know exactly where we were. So that was nice. Peep and Tom. Yeah, I need to look that up, man. Is it on streaming or anything? Yeah, I have to look that up. But look, guys, I appreciate everybody being here. For this Psycho watch along, and hit the like button if you guys haven't already, and subscribe to my channel. It's your first time finding me as well, and leave me a comment down below. What's your thoughts on Psycho? Is it your favorite Hitchcock film of all time? Where does it land for you as far as the ranking of your favorite Hitchcock films? And all that good stuff. And yeah, just I appreciate you guys, and I'll see y'all later.